Now, streaming live, this is KSLA News Now.
Well, thanks for joining us. You're watching KSLA News Now. I'm Jeff Horchak. In our top story tonight, this Arklatex man, Bruce Cockrell, pleaded guilty to the brutal murder of his wife. Now, the sheriff's office says he admitted to pouring weed eater gas on his wife and setting her on fire. It's unthinkable. The attack happened in July in Fulton, Arkansas. That's in Hempstead County. Now, Cockrell's wife, Tanya Ligon, suffered extensive burns and later died from her injuries. Cockrell received a 75-year prison sentence. Now, Ligon's sister spoke in court saying that she feels the family has gotten justice deserved. Well, new on your crime tracker, Shreveport police place a man behind bars after he is accused of a violent sexual assault. According to SPD, Jerwin Williams sexually assaulted a woman earlier today. Now, Jerwins has been charged with one count of second-degree rape. As we learn more on this active investigation, of course, you can check out all the information on our KSLA News 12 app. Shreveport police need your help finding this missing man, 23-year-old Christopher Dallas. He was last seen at his home in the 600 block of Browning Street. He has black hair. He stands about 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs around 130 pounds. He was last seen wearing a blue thermal shirt and black sweatpants. Dallas is on the autism spectrum and may become confused when approached. So SPD says he commonly tells others that he is 17 years old. Call SPD and Crime Stoppers immediately if you see this man. Well, the longest shutdown in government history is now officially over, but it will take some time to get all the services back up and running and federal workers to get their back pay. Several federal employees began returning to work within a few hours of President Trump signing the spending bill. However, Democrats say that millions more Americans will be hit with skyrocketing health insurance premiums after lawmakers failed to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies. We'll have a closer look at this tonight at 10 o'clock. And today, President Trump and the First Lady signed an executive order to provide more resources for people transitioning from foster care into adulthood. The order, named Fostering the Future, is aimed at expanding education, career development, and housing opportunities and other resources for people stepping out of the foster system and into life as independent adults. Now, as part of First Lady Melania Trump's Be Best initiative, we'll take a closer look at this story as well tonight at 10. And Matt, it continues to be warm out there, unusually warm for this time of year. Yeah, I mean, it's still mild outside tonight. We'll be back in the 80s tomorrow, and that's going to continue all the way through the weekend. But we do have some changes on the way. We're talking the potential for maybe some severe weather, maybe some rain returning to our forecast by next week. I'll have more details on that next.
KSLA First Alert Weather.
And let's take a look at those forecast headlines going forward. The big story, of course, is the warm air. Temperatures are going to be about 10 to 15 degrees above average all the way through the weekend and into early next week. And then a stormy weather pattern developing as we get into later next week. I think by Wednesday and Thursday that next system arrives. That could bring us the potential for some heavy rainfall and the risk of some severe weather. So let's kind of start off with that part of our forecast here. And this will be a fairly strong system coming in by the mid to late portions of next week. And this also has a lot of moisture to work with. That flow coming in right off the Gulf, and that's going to provide this system with a lot of moisture to work with, as I mentioned. So an active pattern developing, storms looking more likely, and as I mentioned before, severe weather is definitely possible later next week. So it's something we're going to keep a close eye on. We'll continue to update you on that as we get a little bit closer. Look at the rain chances, though. They really don't increase until next week. So by Wednesday and Thursday, that's when the chance of storms really starts to ramp up across the area. As far as rainfall potential here, we're talking heavy amounts, especially in the northwestern portions of the Arklatex as that system comes in. This This is later next week, and we could see some areas picking up over 4 inches of rain. Quite a bit of rain here north and west of the I-30 corridor. The rest of us looking at least an inch to maybe 2 inches, and that's all good news because, as we've been talking about, the drought got worse. We got an update on the drought conditions just today, and we now have some pockets of severe drought, and that moderate drought is now starting to expand across more of northwest Louisiana, so we definitely could use some rain. Tomorrow, though, no rain in the forecast. We're going to see lots of sunshine here. It's going to be a warm day. 82 in Shreveport, 83 Texarkana, Natchitoches 81, and Marshall at 81 degrees. Here's that 7-day forecast. You can see temperatures in the low to even mid 80s all the way through the weekend. It's going to be really warm, and then by Tuesday up to 84, crazy warmth. And then that system comes in, bringing some storms Wednesday and Thursday, maybe some severe weather, still a long ways out. It's still like 7 days away. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, weather's changing as we speak. It's getting warmer for sure right now. It really is. Thanks, Matt. Yep. And thank you for watching our 9 p.m. Fastcast. You can join us right here for our next newscast. That's coming up at 10 o'clock. As always, stay first alert to any breaking or developing news in the Arklatex by downloading our KSLA News 12 app. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you back here in less than an hour.